Hey buddy, it's Crazy Good Time 4 and welcome back to some more Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. In the last one, we went through Classic Mode once more for the final time with the last character in the game, the last DLC fighter as well, that being Bayonetta. We finally finished up the mode. We're done with Classic Mode, 58 episodes in and we're finished. Thank goodness. I was kind of getting a little tired of the mode, I'm not gonna lie. This time around though, since we're done with Classic Mode, we're gonna be heading back. Still sticking with the solo mode stuff, but we're gonna be heading into the next single player mode, that being All-Star mode. Time to fight everyone, defeat every fighter in set conditions. So All-Star mode obviously works as it does in previous games, where you basically are put up, you pick one fighter and you fight against every single other character in the game. So yeah, All-Star mode. Also, yeah, we have the difficulty setting literally right here on the character select. We have easy, normal, and hard. All three difficulties, you know, obviously will change how, well, difficult the mode will be, like your playthrough will be. Pretty positive that for us, we don't really need to. Okay, so there will be challenges to complete where you need to complete it All-Star mode at least once on easy, at least once on normal, and at least once on hard. So for the most part, I will be playing on normal. There will be a character where I play on hard, and then maybe like a quick run through, I'll just go on easy. Maybe like with Mario, like first episode or something, I'll just go on easy. I'll try and do normal with everyone, have the one character be on hard, and then just do easy with someone. I don't know. But obviously, with today's episode, we're gonna be starting off classic mode with the first character. You already know who it's gonna be. Mario. But now we get to have a little fun. We get to pick a costume to go in with. Honestly, I'm gonna go Fire Mario. I would typically go with like the reverse color, with like the blue and the red like reversed, but sadly they don't have that anymore in this game, which is a big disappointment. But we'll go with the second best in my personal opinion, that being Fire Mario. So, you know what? Before we get started, one more thing I want to mention is that unlike previous installments, All-Star mode is actually playable from the start of the game. However, the mode is incomplete at first, as players cannot fight against fighters or on stages they have not yet unlocked. Once all unlockable fighters have been unlocked, it is referred to as the true All-Star mode, which is required for many of the rewards from the challenges. Well, this is for the Wii U version. Downloadable fighters and stages will also be added to the mode if the player obtains them, but their presence or absence will not affect any of the challenges, and if the player deletes the DLC data, they will be removed from the mode until they are re-downloaded. So, just a little bit of a quick overview. Unlike previous games where, like in Melee and Brawl, where you absolutely had to unlock every single fighter before being able to even play All-Star mode, in this game, you actually technically can play it from the very beginning. You won't have the true experience of All-Star mode until you unlock everyone. But yeah, so that's how things work. But All-Star mode, we're here. As I mentioned before, you know, we get to fight every single character in the game. Now, each Smash game also kind of changes up what order you fight everyone in. In this game, you basically fight everyone in order of chronological order. I'm pretty sure specifically when those characters or like their games were released in Japan. I'll read it in just a moment. Hold up. Mac, please. Hold up. Get out of here. Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, so the order in which different fighters are fought in now is based on a fighter's personal first appearance in Japan. And then in the 3DS version, which we're playing right now, the order is going to be from the oldest fighter, starting with 1980, and then progressing all the way to the newest fighters, which we'll see, of course, later. So first off, we had our first batch of characters, which was from 1980 to 1984. There are like 3 stages you can potentially play on, those being Jungle Japes, Flat Zone 2, and a boxing ring. And now we're on stage 2, 1984 and 1986, which we're going to have a good few selection of characters. And this is the All-Star Rest area. I love this a lot. The freaking rest area is like, no matter what Smash game it is, it's such like a feel-good song. I love it. Brawls obviously is my most preferred version, but like Smash 4 is also quite amazing. I guess we'll get right into it, and we'll read one more thing real quick. is that when it comes to continues, as you could probably imagine, actually, it's different from what it was back in Melee and in Brawl. In Smash 4, continues are not available in All-Star mode, whether it be the 3DS version or the Wii U version. You cannot use a continue. So if you die, you gotta restart from the very, very beginning. And also, just like, at least this is something that they kept in similar or the same from previous games, is that with All-Star mode, you will obviously take damage throughout the mode, and that damage will be carried over into the next match. You do have some healing items in the All-Star rest area. I'm pretty sure it's like, I'm pretty sure it's different from what it was back in Melee and Brawl, because it used to be just like 3 heart containers, but I'm pretty sure they like changed it up in this game. Oh, do not take damage from the acid. That'd be great. Zelda, please. That kills. Okay, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. So yeah, getting KO'd or running out of time results in an immediate game over in a similar manner to Brawl's boss battle mode. But then like stuff like gold, global smash power, and other rewards are earned during the run are retained. So at least that's something good, right? So yeah, let me see what the stuff is. Okay, so this is what we get. We have a Maxim Tomato, which heals 50%. Actually, I'm pretty sure an All-Star heals 100. We have the Fairy Bottle, which will heal 100, but only if you are at 100% or more. And then 2 heart containers, which will fully heal your character. And we can also get different rewards as we continue on through the stages. This time around, we had a trophy. And yeah, so I mean, I don't know what else there's really mentioned about All-Star mode. Up to 3 fighters can appear at the same time. With 4 to 9 opponents per stage with a 5-minute time limit. Stages are chosen randomly with some of the home stages of the Iris fighters. So you kind of know the same stuff as before. One thing I will say is that 10 fighters with special alternate costumes can wear these costumes in All-Star mode. So any of the characters that we had like special alternate costumes, like Mac with the wireframe or Olimar with Alf, they can actually come into the fight with those special alternate costumes, which is pretty freaking cool. And you are also, unlike Classic mode, you cannot use any customizations for your fighters, with the exception of the Mii fighters, of course. But we just played on stage 2, which was 1984, 1986. We have some stages that we could have potentially played on, those being Golden Plains, Mushroom Kingdom, Gerudo Valley, Brinstar, Peach's Castle from N64, Hyrule Castle from N64, and Duck Hunt. Wait, those are Wii U stages. Hold on, never mind. So never mind, the first little batch that I mentioned, though, those are going to be the ones that you play on. Okay, I was about to say, because I don't think you can play on, yes, like Suzaku Castle. No, you can play on Suzaku Castle. I'm confused, unless it's like both. Unless I don't know, it's confusing. Let's just get right into it. Next match. And I'll go through like each stage and like what you can play on. You can play on this stage in 1986 to 1990, Yoshi's Valley, Mute City, Reset Bomb Forest, Wily Castle, or Suzaku Castle. Also, I'm pretty sure it is like within 3DS like stages, because it's like I'm reading off the 3DS like section of the All-Star mode tab. So yeah. I mean, for the most part, I feel like I am basically done with like what there is to read about All-Star mode. We got the general premise. We already know how All-Star mode, typically works. And yeah, that's just basically play through, keep fighting your way until the very end, and you complete it. You get your final rewards, and then you get your little trophy. Simple as that. So yeah, and once we get to the Wii U version, All-Star mode is going to be basically the same, but also a little bit different in like the way we fight the fighters, like the order we fight the fighters. And you'll see what I mean when we eventually do get to Wii U. It's gonna be a little bit, obviously, until then. But yeah, so All-Star mode, especially if you're playing on like a lighter difficulty, like easy or normal, it is pretty easy. These guys will take a lot of knockback, and they could die for the most part pretty easily from like a fully charged smash attack. So yeah, now we got stage 4. We got a little, I think that's Barbara, Vampire. We got 1991 to 1983, which we can potentially play on Dreamland, Corneria, WarioWare Inc., Green Hill Zone, or Dreamland 64. And let's do one more thing. I wanted to add a little something to the All-Star Mode episodes. It's gonna be a little tough in this episode just because I'm reading stuff about All-Star Mode as well. But I want to go through a little bit of each character's trivia because we didn't get to do that in Classic Mode. I want to get through and read some of it in Smash 4. So we got Mario Mario, our boy. So let's read a little bit of him while we take a little break. While Mario's artwork has him holding a fireball in his official artwork on the website, amiibo model and trophy, his artwork on the character select screen and during a match shows him without it. Because of this, there is no official artwork of any of Mario's alternate costumes with said fireball. I guess we'll read one more real quick. A glitch from 1.0.7 shows that when Mario performs his side taunts on Omega Gerudo Valley, his hair is missing when taking off his cap, revealing the inside of his head. That's a really strange piece. Okay, I didn't actually realize that was like a much earlier patch, obviously, but still. Or play on Dreamland. Okay, sure. Not the biggest fan of the stage, but I'm fine with that, I guess. Also, yeah, I totally forgot for a second that Meta Knight was not in the first Kirby game. He wasn't in the series until Adventure, so like that's why he appears a little later. He's actually the last character we're gonna fight here in this stage. Fox, you're like doing a little too much right now, buddy. Boom, boom, boom. Nice little triple jab. Boom! Forward smash. Double kill right there. Beautiful. One thing I love about All-Star mode, especially on these lower difficulties, is just how fun it is to just bully the hell out of these opponents, go for like one good smash attack, and then they're basically just dead. Especially on a stage like this, that's like moving for most of the time. It's amazing. It really is amazing. Okay, not bad. That's stage 4 or 5, something like that. That was stage 4. Okay, now we got stage 5, which we'll read about in a moment. Another little bit of Mario trivia. Let's see, the original project proposal for Smash 4 stated that the fighters would have 4 custom special moves instead of the 3 that are in the final game. Mario was used as an example. The unused special move in the proposal would have had Mario release 2 fireballs for his neutral special instead of 1. Okay, that's pretty cool. And we'll go one more. Dr. Mario was originally going to be an alternate costume for Mario, as we mentioned before, but was instead developed as a separate character in favor of retaining Dr. Mario's unique traits from Melee. I remember mentioning that in Dr. Mario's Classic Mode episodes, and like that, apparently that is actually true. Also, yeah, there's another reward we can get. We can typically get trophies, but we can also get custom pieces, whether it be equipment or custom moves, because obviously custom moves are going to be the better ones, but yeah. Now we got 1994 and 1998, which we can potentially fight on Spirit Train, Unova Pokemon League, Magikant, or Midgar, which we're going to be fighting on Unova Pokemon League. Okay, I mean, it's a solid stage. It's a little annoying because of Zekrom and Reshiram in the back, how they can just be like, you know, they can basically perform stage hazards, and it's never like super fun. So, yeah, but overall, pretty solid stage. I actually really, one thing I really just enjoy about the stage is not only just the overall like look of it looks amazing, but the fact that like it's a Pokemon game that's based off of the Unova games, Gen 5, and Gen 5 of Pokemon is like literally my favorite gen of all time. I love Pokemon Black and White and Black 2 and White 2 so much. I've actually been playing them a little bit recently and trying to like kind of, you know, get Pokemon, complete Pokedex, all that stuff. Also, speaking of freaking stage hazards, Zekrom goes with his electricity. Kind of annoying, but it's fine. Jigglypuff, stop it. Ain't the time for this. Now I know on like higher difficulties, this would be a lot more scary, especially like whenever I play on like higher difficulties for classic, sorry, not for classic, for All-Star mode, I typically try and be very wary, not only in like these later matches, but especially if it's like a later match and we're fighting against like a heavier character, a heavy character that can hit hard, like Charizard or Ganondorf as an example. They are scary to fight against, very, very scary to fight against. I feel like I should go for an M-Tomato. I'm gonna do it just to be on the safe side, because knowing it's only 50%. Oh, so M-Tomato literally only fuels 50% in this game for All-Star. So that's why they probably have the fairy bottle. So you have the M-Tomato for 50 and the fairy bottle for the equal 100, but then obviously, you know, you have to be at least at 100 or more % for it to actually like matter. Okay, that's very strange, but sure. We had a few pieces of trivia to read for Mario. We'll read like 1, 2, 3, and then we'll read the final 3 before the next match. So, Mario is present on more newcomer posters than any other fighter. He appears in 11 promotional posters, namely for Villager, Wii Fit Trainer, Rosalina and Luma, Greninja, Robin, Bowser Jr., Duck Hunt, Mega Man, Pac-Man, Cloud, and Corrin. Damn, Mario, way to steal the spotlight. Mario is required to be used in 3 solo events, more than, this is going to be a Wii U thing, but he's required required to be used in 3 solo events, more than any other character. He and Luigi are also the only pair to be in more than one co-op event together. Mario's alternate trophy in Smash for Wii U resembles his Adventure Mode trophy in Melee. Okay, no, we'll do the last 3 in a bit. Let's go for this match. This is going to be 2001 to 2006, which we can fight on 3D Land, Distant Planet, or Tortimer Island. And we fight, honestly, like, this stage did not really have good options. The best option probably being 3D Land. That one's, like, okay, at least. But, like, Distant Planets is pretty cheeks in my opinion. And obviously Tortimer Island I just, like, do not enjoy at all. I really do not enjoy Tortimer Island. But yeah. It's another interesting case, like I mentioned before, how characters can like use their alternate costumes, like their special alternate costumes, instead of being like their standard form. Bowser Jr. was not, well, he was not Bowser Jr. I'm pretty sure he was, I wasn't really paying attention, but I think it was Iggy, maybe? It was one of the other Koopa Links, it wasn't Bowser Jr. himself. If they actually like went for like everyone's alternate, you know, not alternate costumes, but for everyone's Japanese debut, then like the Koopa Links would have been back in like, I don't know, 1988, I believe, because that's when Super Mario Bros. 3 came out. And Bowser Jr. wasn't like a thing until 2002. That's why he's in this match, not in any of the earlier matches. So yeah, a little fun tidbit there, if you guys are wondering. But for the most part, aside from like Alf, yeah, Alf is another one where he again didn't appear until like much later, like way after Almar's debut. He would be in like the 2013 era-ish, 2014, something like that. But yeah. And then we have one more final stage to play on. It's gonna be the newest people, 2007 to 2015. Originally, I'm pretty sure this would be 2007 to 2012, I believe, or 13? With the release of like Pokemon, probably like, yeah, like 2013, 2014 because of Greninja being the last one typically, but because Corrin was added in as a DLC fighter, Corrin now pushes the everything to 2015, so yeah, in case you guys are curious. But since we're here, let's read off Mario's final little bits of trivia. Mario, Toon Link, and Duck Hunt are the only characters in the 3DS version whose Star KO screams can be heard when their tokens are KO'd in Street Smash, which is a mode we'll get to later. This marks the final appearance of Mario's Wario-based and Fire-based alternate costumes worn since the original Super Smash Bros. And Super Smash Bros. Brawl respectively to date. Because of this, combined with Peach and Rosalina both obtaining their own Fire-based alternate costume, as well as how Luigi has a fire-based costume in every game, Smash 4 is the only game where the playable cast of Super Mario 3D World, except for Toad, has an alternate costume based on the fire forms from that game. And finally, this also marks the final appearance of Mario's Up Taunt used since the original Super Smash Bros. Today. Damn, this is the last game we're gonna be seeing some like really cool stuff. The amazing Fireball Mario outfits, and also Mario's classic taunt. Yeah, Ultimate kind of changed some things up for my boy Mario. It's a shame, but I don't know, they just did it. I guess to like go with the times, right? Especially like a Mario Odyssey coming out before Ultimate, they wanted to like kind of do some stuff similar to that Mario. It's a whole load of stuff, but yeah. And yeah, so we got the final match here, stage number 7, 2007 to 2015, which we could potentially fight on: Rainbow Road, Prism Tower, Arena Ferox, Gar Plain, or Umbra Clock Tower. And of course, we fight on the absolute worst one. Okay, that's just fantastic. You love to see it, right? You absolutely love to see it. Okay, I love this game sometimes. That's, I don't know, it's part sarcasm and part like actuality. I really do enjoy this game. I really do. I love this game so much. I mean, like, it's a very important piece of my childhood. And by childhood, I mean like middle school, high school era. Because that's kind of like when I typically played the game. Freaking Shulk almost just SD'd for some reason. This game came out in 2014. In 2014, it would have been fall of 2014. That would have been the first half of 7th grade for me. I would have been 12 years old? Oh my gosh, that was literally, I mean, that was literally 10 years ago. Yeah, I would have been 12 years old at the time of Smash 3DS coming out. And Smash Wii U as well, because that came out like a month later. But yeah, so it's just kind of crazy to think about, in my personal opinion. Very, very crazy to think about. I mean, if you want to die real quick, let's do that. Oh, I tried. I really want to try and kill that up B, but like it's hard to get that quick like whiffed hits that like sends them flying upwards. But yeah, so there we go. What was I mentioning? Yeah, big part of my childhood. Middle school, high school. You could consider that your childhood. You know, you're basically still a kid at that point. And I still love the game to death. Just classic mode has put a bad light on things for me. But there you guys have it. That's All-Star mode, our very first All-Star mode run through. There was a lot to obviously talk about, and I apologize if it was very lengthy in that case, but I got what I need to get out. If there's anything I missed, obviously I'll mention probably in the next episode. But for the most part, we got through the general stuff about All-Star mode, and we talked a lot about, well, we basically talked everything about Mario and his trivia. So that was pretty good to like get through. But yeah, so there you have it. We have a much bigger score than we actually did back in Classic mode, and these are our final rewards. Nothing really too crazy. Pretty mid, if I'm being honest with you. But yeah, let's go and check out our trophy reward. So, as you saw, that was our trophy. Not, interestingly enough, obviously it's kind of more reminiscent of Melee, where we have like alternate trophies for the different characters depending on the mode you go for. We got classic modes like the standard poses and the standard colors, but then like the adventure mode and the all-star mode trophies would just be like the characters in like alternate poses or something, or even alternate colors. That's basically what the 3DS version is following. Non-Final Smash trophies, like we got in Brawl. Will we see Final Smash trophies here in this Let's Play? Absolutely. Absolutely, but not in the 3DS version, sadly. I guess that's one nice difference. In my personal opinion, I think it's a pretty good difference that they gave the 3DS version. It's still like, you know, All-Star mode at least feels a little bit more different between versions. Where I guess I'll give it a little spoiler. We get in the Wii U version, we do get the Final Smash trophies for completing All-Star mode. But here in the 3DS version, we only get like character alt trophies, where it's typically the character doing a different pose or like a move of some sort, and of course, typically being with a different color as well, like a different color palette or palette swap, whatever. Alternate costume. There we go. Which this time around, Mario's, I'm pretty sure. He was doing his up B while in, obviously, you know, the Fire Mario costume. One thing I should also mention very quickly is that in the credits, obviously the credits will overall be the exact same premise, but we do actually get some variety in the fact that the background images that we get to complete will be different for every character's All-Star mode. So it's not like the exact same image we saw at the very end of Classic mode. It will be a whole different set of images for each character for completing All-Star mode, which I like. I like that a lot. I'm glad they at least, you know, had that added as a difference. Because if it was the exact same image, it would have been very, very bland to like do this over and over again. If all these images were the exact same as they were in Classic mode, I probably would honestly skip the credits. I'm not even gonna lie, I probably would. Just because it wouldn't really make much sense. We get like 100 extra gold, sure, but that's 100 gold. You can get that super easily. But, oh! Interesting, okay. Clearing All-Star on Easy, we get Epona. You're kidding me, did I actually complete All-Star on Easy by accident? Oh, I thought it was on normal this entire time. Oops, well, we get the Epona trophy for completing All-Star on Easy, which is cool. It's a pretty cool image of Link on Go-Goat. Here we go, Master Gardener. Clear All-Star for the first time, how nice. But no, we're on normal. Wait, I'm confused. I did this on normal. Why did we get the challenge for easy? Hold up, give me one quick second, folks. Before we end up today's episode, I really want to check this, because this makes no sense to me. We get All-Star on easy, but not All-Star on normal? I'm confuzzled. I'm really confuzzled. Unless, no, don't tell me. Let me just see real quick what these challenges are. Favorite match, Cool Smash. Okay, so that's what it is. The All-Star mode on, clearing All-Star mode on normal challenge is not actually unlocked yet. It's not actually part of this first panel. Smash 3DS does challenge a little bit weirdly, compared to the Wii U version. It's not like one big screen like it was back in Brawl with like all the challenges. They kind of separated into panels, and that's why we got, well, I mean, it's pretty cool that we got this challenge by just completing on normal, so we're gonna get the normal one as well later. And we just got this one without having to do an extra run through. It's just really strange to me, you know? I don't know, that's, okay. Yeah, I forgot, yeah, it's gonna be like a different panel. We'll see it later when we unlock it, but... Anyways, let's go into the vault real quick and read off Mario's alt trophy, because I totally forgot he had this one. Totally forgot that was a trophy for us to read off. But here we go. Mario alt. Super Jump Punch is an up special move that lets you leap high into the air, carrying any fighters you strike along with you. You'll be invincible for a moment after you launch this attack. The default side special move Cape will flip a fighter around. Keep a throw from returning with this move. So it's actually kind of similar to how they treated these alt trophies in Melee, where it's like they kind of give a little description about the moves themselves instead of the character. I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I'm also pretty positive you can get these trophies, these alt trophies in Smash Wii U, but they're gonna be like unlocked in a different way, not like from doing All-Star mode like I mentioned. But yes, okay, that's it for today's episode. Thank you all so much for watching today's episode of Super Smash Bros. For the 3DS. In the next one, we're gonna be continuing All-Star mode. We're gonna be going through as, of course, Mario's brother, the Green Menace himself, Luigi. So yeah, no other Luigi will be mentioned. If you know, you know. But yes, the main boy himself, Luigi. Yeah, we'll see how that goes. So honestly, I'm hyped for All-Star mode. I hope you guys are as well, because this is like one of my favorite modes in the game, in the series, really. So, and it's gonna be a lot less stressful, I feel, than classic mode was. So at least that's gonna be like something to enjoy. But yeah, so subscribe, like, comment, all that good stuff. Social media, including the Twitch, the second channel, the music channel, and the VOD channel, are all down below in the description. And I'll see everyone in the next one. Pop-Tart out.